all-time leader.
In Arizona, in the dark uniform, tips to Simon for a 2-point basket 3 seconds into the game.
Not what was intended at all with a back tip. There's that Davison-Jamison matchup. Could be the key to this game, particularly early. A lot of interior screening by North Carolina.
Carter, back of the rim. Zwicker tipped it outside again, not as planned. Simon goes inside, chased down by Dickerson.
There are 2 taps, Jim, by North Carolina, both of which went to Arizona.
Zwicker controls it this time. Williams pull up 3.
The MVP of the East region, the MVP of the ACC tournament, on quite a roll.
Here's Davison, guarded by Jamison, who will be whistled for that one.
Jamison late getting there defensively. Davison not known for his scoring, but primarily for his running ability and defensive. But let's face it, North Carolina has no depth whatsoever, Jim. They'll come in with Ed Cota, and basically this is a 6-man squad.
That is it. So Bennett Davison, not a scorer per se, 10-point average, but he did come up with a huge game in the regional final against Providence. He had 14 points, 12 rebounds. And he held Austin Crozier to 12 points, below his 26-point tournament average.
He'll be picking up high, realizing that Ed Cota is the primary ball handler for North Carolina, but he does not start. So they'll give Williams all they can handle.
Jason goes to the lane, out to Okalaja. Jamison puts it back up quickly.
Has anybody gotten off the floor quicker with hands than Jamison? Not that I've seen in a while.
That's what you talked about, because Davison is man he's matched up again, can also jump quickly. Bramlett comes up short on the flip. Ball on the floor. It'll be North Carolina possession.
Jim, A.J. Bramlett has played great basketball in the NCAA tournament. Offensively, he's been really outstanding. Double figures in points and rebounds in almost every single game. But he has not played against a 7'3" shot blocker like Serge Zwicker.
Whistle away from the ball.
And holding on the inside.
It's Davison on that matchup against Jamison, so they each have an early personal.
Probably not a good foul for Davison, because there was no chance whatsoever on that little pick and roll move for the ball to go that quickly inside. Cheap foul. Inside, Bramlett now with Jamison. See if North Carolina tries to get the ball to him. There he is.
Carter, 10 on the shot clock. Jamison drives past Davison and travel.
Beautiful help by Bramlett. North Carolina showing man-to-man, but remember we talked about that opening game of the year. At that point, North Carolina was into a lot of trapping. Now they go back, show their zone for the first time. They're no longer a trapping team. They like to play inside the top of the key.
Bibby steps out. Carter rips away the rebound. Williams ahead, and what a pass.
Well, we remember in this very gym the great pass from Bobby Hurley to Grant Hill on the lob.
Yeah.
This one wasn't quite as spectacular, but close.
That too happened early in the game, but at the other end of the floor. That's as good a lob as you can ask for from midcourt.
Good hands by Okalaja.
Simon, who had 30 in the regional final against Providence. Here's Dickerson, way off the mark.
Gives Zwicker some credit on that. Although it was not a shot block, it was shot altered. Jamon
Williams again. Jamison puts it back up and in.
Jim, I will say this time and time again. People watching him for the first time, you will not see a player get off the floor as quickly as Jamison does with those great hands.
Already with 6. Now Bibby spins out.
North Carolina showing superiority off the glass early in this ball game.
Zwicker outside.
He will take that shot, which makes it difficult to play Jamison inside because you must go out. Hard to double down. North Carolina goes zone, changing defenses here early in the first half.
So the 7-3 center puts Carolina up by 7.
Time for Dickerson to get off, Jim. They've got to get him scoring.
Stolen away. 2-on-1.
Carter's a finisher.
Foul Bibby.
Now Lute Olson is waiting for the TV timeout, but this run is something he's got to be very careful. He looks up there and says, he's got a timeout coming shortly. How about this pass, Jimmy?
Right at midcourt.
Jamison going up there, beautiful hands. To be quite honest with you, technically,
it was almost over the cylinder.
He sure was, because that ball was real close to going in. And there's Carter. I said he's a great finisher. Lute Olson getting his timeout. TV.
A 20-second timeout. They'll get the full timeout should they make the free throw. Should Carter make the free throw to complete the three-point play. Carolina has won 16 straight. Its last loss was 2 months ago today, January 29th against Duke.
Right, they did not lose a game in February or March so far. And Jim, what we see is great superiority so far by North Carolina off the boards. This is a very big basketball team, particularly with Zwicker in the middle.
That flawless February was the first one for Carolina since 1977, a year the team advanced all the way to the national championship game.
Losing to Marquette, now McGuire. And Jim, remember one thing for Arizona fans. They were behind by 10 points in 2 games right off the bat in this NCAA tournament. And came back to win.
Both were in the second half. Simon, no whistle.
There's Zwicker again, plays with the ball way above his head, doesn't bring it down.
Coda locks it, and Carter's there.
Big concern right now by Lute Olson. His young team, without one senior that plays, in some trouble here early. And North Carolina loves to pack that zone when they get a lead.
The next stoppage in play will be the TV timeout. Olson's holding on for it. It's already had a 20. Davison turnaround, and that breaks the drought for the Wildcats.
Very few players in the country can elevate as quickly as Davison, so Zwicker wasn't the problem that he normally concerns players with sitting down in the middle of that zone.
After 10 unanswered and 4 minutes without scoring. Now Zwicker, shot put off by Davison. And there's the whistle. Out of bounds, it'll be Arizona ball. Out of the timeout. Carolina with 8 rebounds to only 2 for the Cats, and twice they've lobbed for sensational baskets early. Moment, Carolina led by 11. That represented the biggest deficit of the tournament so far for Arizona. Dean Smith broke the record against Colorado, and he was surprised on his coach's show the next day with a jersey from his team.
Jim, interesting at North Carolina, in the Dean Dome, you get your jersey hung if you've been a 2-time All-American or National Player of the Year. I wonder if Dean will allow him to hang his jersey in his own arena.
It will happen one day. You can be sure of that.
Here's that zone packed in. Nice lob.
Back door to go, and they connect. Bibby to Simon.
Excellent screen against the zone. Dickerson, Carter. Boy, there's some great one-on-one matchups here. There's Jamison with that quick lead.
Tip no good. Third try, Jamison short. And Bibby comes out of the pack.
Good block out by A.J. Bramlett.
Simon passes up the 3. Jamison travels.
The little jump shot, Jim. He's got to understand North Carolina is very good at taking charges, whether it be from the weak side or a guy driving down the lane. You've got the little 12-foot jumper, you got to take it.
Ed Coda, number 5, the ACC Rookie of the Year.
and assist leader.
Some battle inside. Davison second.
Tim, it's kind of interesting. 1990, there was an ACC freshman guard that brought a team to the Final Four, Kenny Anderson. That's the last ACC freshman guard that's led the league in assists. Cota coming right in behind him.
The only other freshman to ever do that in the ACC was Jeff Jones at Virginia. Freshman to lead the conference in assists.
Can't believe that Davison is still in the game.
And the foul call will go against Arizona.
Jim Davison, very dangerous to have him in the game. Let's see if Lute Olson's going to substitute him. He's got 2 fouls now.
They call that on Dickerson, Billy, not Bramlett.
And it is. Davison's going to sit down. Nice precautionary move here by Lute Olson because Jamison is so difficult to guard. He'd pick up that third early here in the first half.
You saw Eugene Edgerson come in, freshman from New Orleans, number 33 for the Wildcats.
Also very athletic, good leaper, but he gives up a lot of size now on Jamison.
17-8 Tar Heels. Back in Shammond Williams. Williams for Carter.
Now this is a substitution pattern that really doesn't hurt North Carolina at all because Williams, although he can play point, likes to play the second guard.
Well, we said they only go 6 deep. They go to a 7th man, Maktar Jai, 6'9" junior from Senegal.
But Jim, I'll give you an example. And Terry coming in the game, other than the 6 that play primarily, out of 2,651 points, the rest of the members of the team have scored 151. That'll give you an idea about a lack of depth. Jai in there to take up minutes and space. Little mismatch here, Terry and Okalaja.
Bree White, Shammond Williams raising his hand after committing his first.
One of the things that the players should pick up here quickly, that the offside official is watching hand checking away from the ball. That's the second call made like that today.
Simon, three-pointer. That is something in Arizona's last 2 visits to the Final Four has really troubled them. 3-point shooting. Simon pure with that one. Bibby steals it.
And kicks it.
No call though, they didn't call the kick.
Nice move.
Kept it alive, but Okalaja gets it over to Jai to Williams.
Well, that was a brilliant play by Bibby. He had to figure if a teammate was coming, get it up high.
Edgerson with 2 Tar Heels on him, gets it over to Bibby and out of traffic. Jump shot. He'll take the 3.
Jamison really running down court, but Edgerson is quick as well. Going a little out of sync here. Really out of sync.
Twice Jai has done the pass go right by him. Carolina ball. We'll bring back in Carter. Carter for Okalaja.
Well, as I said, Jim, you'll see the block on the inside. Beautiful job, but Jai in there to play defense, rebound, take up space, and give some breathing room for Zwicker or Okalaja.
Donnell Harris in for Bramlett. Harris, a 6'11" sophomore, who started in that first game of the season against North Carolina, had 9 points and 7 rebounds.
Davison, of course, a junior college transfer, not quite ready at that point to step in the starting lineup.
So 3 subs on the floor for Arizona, down 6. Cota just beat the shot clock, and Arizona season might have the numbers.
Simon will pull up.
He'll take that 3. He's got 2 on.
Very bad defensive maneuver there by North Carolina. Simon with 30 points, the MVP of the regional. Hits one jumper. You can't let a man like that who's got the ball go unguarded.
He has 10 of Arizona's 14. Williams by Terry. Out to Simon. Ahead to Terry. Cota with the quick hands. Makes the theft.
Game a little frenetic right now. And to be quite honest with you, that's what Arizona's like. How about that move?
To avoid the charge. Carter just kind of slid right around the body of the defender for two.
Vince Carter put on a little bit of a dunking show here yesterday, Jim. One of the real high flyers in the college game.
And the highlight of the open practice before some 25,000. Simon.
He tried to draw the charge, draw the